Welcome to the mini poem universe.
Deep inside a peaceful forest, where tall trees whispered secrets and golden sunlight danced on the grass, lived a young deer named Luma. Luma had soft brown fur, bright eyes, and the gentlest heart anyone could imagine. But Luma was very shy. While the other deer gathered in open meadows to play and talk, Luma stayed close to the bushes. She watched from far away as they laughed and ran. If someone looked in her direction, Luma quickly lowered her head and stepped back. She was afraid of speaking, afraid of being noticed, and afraid of doing something wrong. She shared berries with birds, waited patiently for smaller animals to cross paths, and listened quietly when the wind seemed sad. But when it came to herself, Luma believed she was too small, too quiet, and too weak to be brave. One afternoon, the forest was calm and warm. Luma walked near a stream, enjoying the sound of flowing water. Suddenly, a sharp cry broke the silence. "Help! Help!" Luma froze. Her heart began to race. The sound came from behind the bushes near the rocky path. She wanted to run away, like she always did when something frightening happened. Her legs trembled. But the cry came again. "Please, help me!" Luma slowly stepped closer. Hidden between tall stones, she saw a small fawn. The poor little one had slipped into a shallow ditch and couldn't climb out. His eyes were wide with fear, and his tiny legs shook. "I can't get out," the fawn cried. "I'm scared." Luma's heart filled with worry. She looked around. No other deer were nearby. For a moment, fear whispered in her mind. What if you can't help? What if you fail? Luma took a deep breath. I'll help you," she said softly. She stepped closer and gently lowered her head. "Hold on to me," she encouraged. The fawn tried, but the ground was slippery. Luma slipped too and almost fell.
This time, the fawn climbed out of the ditch and landed safely on the grass. "I'm free!" the fawn cried happily. Luma felt something warm spread through her chest. It wasn't fear, it was pride. "Thank you," the fawn said, nuzzling her gently. "You're very brave." Brave? No one had ever called Luma that before. Soon the fawn's mother arrived, followed by other deer. When they heard what Luma had done, their eyes filled with admiration. "You saved my child," the mother said warmly. "Thank you." Luma felt her shyness soften. She lifted her head a little higher than before.
From that day on, Luma was still gentle and quiet, but she was no longer afraid. She joined the others more often, spoke when it mattered, and helped whenever she could. She learned something important that day. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Be kind. Try anyway. And with every act of kindness, Luma's courage grew stronger. Courage grows with kindness.